Hello YouTube, B3 here back, another kicking action figure review. Today we have one I've been wanting to bring to you guys for a long time. It is the Bandai America Power Rangers Legacy Mighty Morphin White Ranger. Yes, Tommy at his finest. I feel like Tommy was at his best as the White Ranger. He was cool as Green Ranger, but really at his best as the White Ranger, because there was a time in Green Ranger when he was like losing his powers because they were, you know, running out of Green Ranger footage as Green Ranger dies in the Japanese show. Then he was without powers for a little while, and then he got these powers, and this is the strongest he's ever been, maybe. I don't know, he's pretty strong as Black Ranger. But I feel like White Ranger was his peak. He was a good 2 Red Rangers, but once again, White Ranger was definitely Tommy's peak. And of course, everyone knows Tommy's the best Power Ranger of all time. But yeah, very cool figure. Very excited to have it. He does not come with a Build-A-Megazord piece. I feel like I have to mention that now. Does not come with a Build-A-Megazord piece. It would have been a good idea, I think, to have him come with maybe a weapon for the Megazord. Because the Megazord doesn't have a weapon unless you get the Comic-Con exclusive Red Ranger. So that's, you know, not the best. And sorry, it's true though. Like, or he could have at least come with parts for a side Zord. You know, like another Zord he could have come with parts for. That would have been nice too. Maybe his White Tiger Zord or perhaps Dragon Zord could have started on this guy. Because he doesn't have many accessories. Sure, he has a very specific accessory that had to be crafted just for him and couldn't be reused multiple times. Like the guns for the In-Space Rangers or the Power Blasters for the other Mighty Morphin Rangers, minus him in green. But I feel like it was a missed opportunity. I don't know. But at least we got some good accessories of him, which you'll see later. First up, we're going to take a step back to take a look at articulation. Yeah, so his articulation is pretty much the same. It's what you would expect. Up and down on the head, side to side on the head, in and out on the arms, forward and back, bicep swivel, double elbow bend. Yeah, pretty cool. And you got a rotation on the wrists and forward and back and all that jazz. He's got waist and also really great ab crunch, even though he has this on here, but I'll show you more about that in detail and paint. In and out on the legs, very good. He can do splits, that's very nice. Forward and back. You have a thigh swivel that looks good. You have a double knee bend, very nice. Boot swivel, up and down on the foot, and an ankle pivot. Very nice. Very cool. And now detail and paint. This matte white is very clean. It doesn't have any excess paint or anything on it. It's just a nice, shiny white, but it's still matte, so it's not like shiny. It's not pearlized or metallic or anything. But it's a nice matte white. I'm glad they didn't make him all metallic-y. He looks better with the rest of my team if he's not metallic-y. Unless, of course, you got yourself some of those metallic re-releases of the 5 regular Mighty Morphins. But, I mean, look at this head sculpt. Excellent head sculpt. They did have to do more work on this figure because, you know, these 6th Rangers always require a bit more sculpting and whatnot. You know how it be, but yeah, all the Rangers each have different heads, that's kind of the thing. And then he has this armor up top with his symbol on it, and it's not connected on the sides, and that is actually a good thing. That's a good thing. My cat's trying to jump down here. Oh, there she goes! I'll get rid of her in just a sec. But that's a good thing, because it doesn't hinder the movement here. See? When you go back, it pushes this back, so it doesn't hinder the ab crunch at all, even though it would barely hinder it anyways. He even still has the diamond sculpted up here, even though he doesn't need it. So that's, you know, attention to detail. He's got these extra bands sculpted on his arms. They had to sculpt new forearms here for him, new shins, new belt. So they did do a lot of extra sculpting on him. Maybe that crack about the Build-A-Megazord piece wasn't too well founded, but still, you know, it would have been nice to have something else. But he does have all the accessories he needs, which I will show you right meow. Now, Tommy's accessories are exactly what you would expect. He doesn't have as many as the Green Ranger did, but he doesn't really need as many because Saba is all he needs. He does have his legendary saber, Saba, here. who was a character in himself. So you really get two characters. Because Saba was sentient. And I thought Saba wouldn't go in the holster, upon looking at him while he was in package. But then after I'd unboxed him and everything, I realized there's a slit on the back of his holster, or sheath or whatever, that you can stick Saba in. So Saba will sit like that. It's still a little awkward because the blade's fully extended and everything. So it's better if he just holds Saba. Which you can do. First, I'm going to show you just Saba by himself. Very well painted accessory. Saba's head is painted as much as it needs to be, even as his red eyes. And I have the Legacy Saba Saber, which I do believe I've reviewed already. So, I mean, lots of cool stuff going on there. I mean, that great shiny silver paint. It even has the blade details spot on. Just spot on. And it's the fully extended, because the blade can extend in the show and stuff, and it's fully extended. Nice. I thought it might separate here or something to get it in there, because the figure arts one separates here, and you can use that to switch out the blades and also put it in the holster. But yeah, it slides in the back, which is a nice option. So yeah, I think they gave us plenty with this saber, accessory wise, and it just goes in his hand right here. Bada bing, bada boom. Saba, the White Tiger Saber, the talking sword mofo. He holds it quite well. Very nice. I'm definitely displaying him with his Saba. For our first size comparisons, here he is with some figures from his own line. Here on the left, one from the same wave and same team as him, Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger, to show him with a female mold. And in the show with another male mold. Here on the right, we have Black Ranger, Zack, from the 2017 movie, Toys R Us exclusive wave. Yeah, so that's very cool. This is basically just an Elseworlds version of him, so... Well, Elseworlds version of that team. I mean, that's not Tommy. You guys get what I'm saying. But, yeah, he looks great with his own line. That's really what matters. But there is also a more kid-friendly line. The Action Hero series. Yes, I do also collect the Action Hero series. I don't get every single Action Hero figure that comes out. But, I pick up my favorites, the ones I'm more interested in. I do try to pick up all the Legacy figures, though. But anyways, here on the left, another White Ranger from the Ninja Steel line. Ninja Steel White Ranger. I guess I kind of already said everything I need to say about that. And then here on the right, another movie figure from the 2017 movie Action Hero series, Red Ranger. So obviously they're cheaper figures, both in quality and actual price. They're literally half the price of these Legacy figures. But they also have less than half the articulation. The detail's not as good. Detail's still pretty good, as you can clearly see. Bandai does pay a lot of attention to detail on all their figures. That's probably the biggest praise I can give Bandai is on their detail. They really do care about detail and paint. Even for their kid figures. I mean, look at that guy. I've reviewed him, by the way. But, yeah, just great stuff. Great stuff. So, this is the better line, but this line puts out more figures, and it's cheaper, and it's more kid-friendly. If you have kids, you'll want to get them this line. There are a few different White Rangers in this line, so I actually have two of them, so that's that. I have the Super Mega Force one and the Legacy 90s movie one. And there's also another Legacy one, and you get it. But, yeah, these are definitely more for adult collectors and older kids. These are good for older kids, too. But, yeah, this line's definitely the better one for your kids. So what are my final thoughts on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers White Ranger from the Bandai America Power Rangers Legacy line? Well, I love these 6 inches. The 6-inch Legacy Rangers are incredible. I'm glad Bandai America is doing more lines like this, because there's also a Dragon Ball Super line like this called Dragon Stars series, which I'm also, I think, going to be getting. I already have one of them, which you'll see if you haven't already. Not sure what order I'm going to be uploading these in, but I'll probably get the Rangers up first. But yeah, Bandai America's, they were already in the adult collectibles market, but now they're really getting into the adult collectibles market. I'm very happy about it. I still get their kid figures, as you saw earlier, but, there's just, I love these. I have every Mighty Morphin Ranger now, the whole team, even, 2 different Tommies, and I just love it. Hopefully we'll be getting, Dino Thunder, Dino Charge. I also want a full Turbo, Zeo. There's so many different Rangers I want. SPD, I mean, I want every Ranger ever, which is what they said they were going to try to do with this line. Hopefully, the line does well enough for that to be the case. So, I highly recommend these figures. If you are a Power Ranger fan and you are not getting this line, you done fucked. You done fucked up. Absolutely, you've screwed up. Normally in my action figure reviews, I try not to curse too much because, you know, it's something... I mean, like, my comedy video is not for kids. My vlog's probably not for kids either. But, I mean, guys, just... I gotta run that point home. Get these figures. This is the second best White Ranger I have. Definitely the best White Ranger I have in this price point. I've had a lot of White Rangers down the year, but I don't have all the ones I used to. My best White Ranger, of course, is my figure arts. You can't compete with that. But it's also over $100 now to get that figure art. I mean, this guy I got for 20 bucks at Walmart. Come on, you can't... For the price, you can't beat it. For the price, you absolutely can't beat it. I have the armored version that came out for Super Mega Force, and this figure is definitely better than that version. He's definitely better than the Legacy movie one I had for the 90s movie. He blows that one out of the water. Out of the water. But maybe we will get another White Ranger down the line. If you miss out on this one, maybe they'll make a metallic one. I don't know. Comic-Con's coming up at the time of recording this. Maybe they're probably going to announce more Rangers. There was leaked info that said they were going to announce Dino Charge. Not Dino Charge, my bad. I meant to say Dino Thunder, which is my favorite series. So my fingers are crossed for that, for sure. But yeah, maybe they'll make a metallic of this. Maybe they'll make a 90s movie version, which would be really cool. I'd actually love a whole 90s movie team. I absolutely would. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below. Get this figure. Get every figure in this line if you can. I absolutely love them. I want to be a completist for this line, but I really don't want to go out and get the 2 Comic-Con exclusives or get the reissues, because I don't need the reissues for any reason. But that's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all later. And he won't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. So the world... Naughty says feather.